guys, bringing you a general reading for the collective for the new moon in Taurus with the solar eclipse. It's going to be a big one, so I wanted to devote a reading to it, as I always do. This one's a little bit bigger because of the eclipse, and I'm going to get to that in a moment. My apologies for that is rain. I've been trying to get this reading done all day, and I keep getting booted off the internet, so I'm going to give it one more old school try. But there's been a lot of lightning and thunder, so if it's noisy, my apologies. We have this first eclipse is powerful because this eclipse is the beginning of eclipse season, okay? But it's important because it's the first eclipse with the new placement of the North and South node. For those who are newer or who forgot my North and South node conversations, the nodes of the moon are vectors of energy. It is where the moon's orbit around the Earth intersects the Earth's orbit around the sun, right? Because the moon's orbit's doing this, Earth's orbit's doing that, and those orbital lines cross each other, and that is the node. And there's two of them, right? They're opposite, always exactly opposite. And just like planets, they move signs. So it takes about 18 months. But we just moved out of the Gemini Sagittarius. If you recall, all of last year's eclipses and for like 18 months was in Gemini or Sagittarius. And now they move backwards into Taurus and Scorpio. So all the eclipses for the next 18 months are in Taurus and Scorpio, and this is the first one. What the real point is about eclipses is that they amplify the energy of the lunation itself. So we have new moon in Taurus. Taurus is grounded and stable and earthy, and it's about the sensual pleasures of life, right? It's about luxuriating. It is the house of love and money because it's ruled by Venus, but it's considered more the money house of possessions and value, what we value, our own self-worth and value, what we value in the world, what we value in others. But it's also like, cash and prices, guys. Not for nothing. We are on this earth at this time, and the currency, the exchange is money. Mostly. I find love is a currency as well. I find love is an energetic exchange, and I find it far more valuable than the dollars and cents in my bank account. But I live in a world where my energetic exchange is, I want this roof over my head. I have to give you money for that. I can't just say I love you. So that's where we're at with this new moon in Taurus. So all those energies will be amplified. So you should be setting your intentions around those energies, around love and money and value and worth and what, and how do you feel rewarded, just because, right? We get to think about these things, guys. It gets to be part of our human experience, but we're in a vessel, we're in a temple that, our soul resides in. So we have to be true to ourselves. We have to be in alignment or congruent. We kind of can't be wanting pennies from heaven. Life doesn't work that way. We've got to put the right actions in place to bring about the intentions we set for what we feel, what makes us feel rewarded. All right? So think about that. If you happen to have Taurus, North Node in Taurus or Scorpio, or if you have a North Node of any sign in the 2nd or 8th house, this new moon may be a little bit more impactful for you. Not in a negative way, it just may pack more energy behind your intentions. So let me repeat that. If your North Node is in Taurus or Scorpio, because that's the axis, regardless of what house they're in, this new moon may impact you, be more impactful. It's going to impact everybody, but it could just kind of have a little extra zhuzh behind it. If you have a North Node of any sign in either the 2nd house, which Taurus rules, or the 8th house, which Scorpio rules, you too may be impacted a bit more. So you want to take advantage of it, is what I'm trying to say, okay? So that's what I want to tell you about this. The real powerful part of this particular new moon with the eclipse is that we have Uranus in the house, close to, not totally conjunct the North Node, but super close. And the Uranus is the Great Awakener, the planet, you know, the miracle maker, the things that are unexpected. And, you know, when you expect the unexpected, everything that can happen probably will, does and probably will, or probably will. That's what I meant to say. That's the Uranus energy. And Uranus is going to be coming into an exact conjunction with the North Node in Taurus at some point in 2022, but is so close right now that we can kind of count it as part of this lunation. And so what that tells you is your intention setting, you better be able to back it up, because whether you believe in miracles or not, the potential is there. So you want to dream big. You want to, you know, set intentions that are bigger, that are beyond, that are out of the box, because that's all the realm of Uranus. And then you want to have an action plan to kind of back it up. And it's one of those, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. But you definitely want to have an action plan in place. So I love that energy. And then the last thing I'm going to mention is we have this beautiful stellium in Pisces. Stellium is just 3 or more planets in a sign. We know we've had Neptune and Jupiter there. I did a reading on that. I did do a reading on the nodes too, so you can check that out in the playlist. I'm pretty sure it's in either the All Signs playlist or the Channeled Messages playlist, both the North Node in Taurus kind of a reading, as well as the Jupiter and Neptune conjunction. That's in there too. So we already have those two there. Venus is in the house. Venus is moving very close. Where I have my notes here. Yeah, in just this last week, Venus has been moving through Pisces, and at the exact moment that we have the peak of the new moon, when the moon and the sun are at the exact same degrees, 10 degrees of Taurus, at that same moment, Venus is going to be in an exact conjunction with Jupiter, the planet of expansion and manifestation. So love and manifestation and expansion is in support of this new moon in Taurus with the eclipse. So big energy, and Uranus hanging out ready to deliver a miracle. So it's big, it's good. As I like to say, buckle up. Okay, so I did pull, I'm going to pull from Sacred Traveler, but I did pull one card from Queen of the Moon Oracle, which was kind of fun because I didn't put it 2 and 2 together until I started to write my notes for this part of the reading. But it was card 43, 4 and 3 is 7, nice spiritual number, and it was the blue moon card, the unexpected. So to me, this is Uranus making himself seen and understood. It says, no matter how well you plan, there is always room for the unexpected to occur. Build your resilience, as rare occurrences can happen. A visitor you have not seen in a long time may re-enter your life. Very common during eclipse energy to have people come back from the past. We're also just beginning the slow roll, the pre-shadow phase to Mercury's retrograde on the 10th of May. And as you know, the first 2 weeks are the most important because that's the terrain he's going to go back over another 2 times. So in the frame of retrogrades, people also come back from the past because we're revisiting, we're returning, we're realigning, we're reevaluating, we're reassessing, and so expect the unexpected. Let's see what Sacred Traveler has for us for this new moon in Taurus. Always makes me jump with a partial solar eclipse. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. Get ready for new horizons. Trust there's a divine plan and take a risk and venture forward. Faraway places, desert passage. I'm feeling like this is that energy of everything being super expansive and amplified during the eclipse. So new horizons may take you in a new direction where you're really not sure. It feels kind of like dry territory because it's foreign soil to you, energetically speaking. For some of you, there may be travel, but I'm not feeling that as much. It's like, trust there's a divine plan, that you're not being dropped in the desert and left there. You know, something new is coming in, and so take a risk and venture forward. Treat it like an adventure. And expect the unexpected. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So we're going to look at this and see what comes through with the new moon in Taurus in mind. Possibly an unexpected visitor, possibly a brand new experience that feels like we're entering some difficult terrain, desert passage, but if we see it as an adventure and trust that there's a divine plan, we'll be moved through it with ease and grace. Four of Wands. Yeah, baby. 11-11 a card. Twin flame energy. What's crossing that though? Three of Swords, right? The challenge is about the heartache, is about the disappointment. With regard to the twin, I get it. Underneath, 10 of Cups. Okay, good. So outside of this part of the reading is sort of what's outside of conscious awareness. You're not really focused on it, but it's something you're processing on an energetic level. It is about love. It is about happiness. It is about, finally achieving that pinnacle of joy and bliss and comfort in a loving partnership. I know. And then in the past, Six of Pentacles. Reciprocity, give and take. We'll see if that's maybe where we had this breakdown with the Three of Swords. What's crowning us here is the Hanged Man. That is that surrender energy. That is that trust there's a divine plan. You may have to hang out for a while. You may need to sort of shift your perspective a bit, right? Look at the situation from a 30,000-foot view. So there is a measure of surrender taking place that you're consciously aware of, like I've just got to kind of give this over and allow it to percolate a bit going forward. Page of Wands. I feel somebody's going to reach out. Somebody's going to hear from someone, and it's going to bring up all the unpleasantries of the past. So let's see the Four of Wands with the Three of Swords. 10 of Pentacles on the bottom. Temperance. Five of Pentacles. Hanged Man again. So Temperance is telling you here that in time, all the energies come into flow and balance. With Temperance, it's about self-control and restraint, just kind of staying in the flow, staying in the energy of patience, the wisdom of patience, to know that in time, everything kind of balances out. I feel this is where the Three of Swords comes from, Five of Pentacles. I do feel like there's either been some energy of rejection or feeling devalued, which is going to kind of be turned on its head during this Taurus new moon. And all you got to do is sort of pull back. Hanged Man, out twice, under the deck, top of the deck. There's all this, so it's Pisces energy, by the way, but there's all this energy around just kind of surrender to it. Like there's no rush. Things are going to kind of make sense in time. So self-control and restraint, stay in flow, stay in that energy of surrender while you're examining the situation from a safe vantage point, especially because we have that Three of Swords here. So let's look at the 10 of Cups underneath. Ten of Cups with the Four of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you kind of know on some level you will be rewarded. I do feel you're in a lot of deep thought about what you want. Perfect. For some of you, this is your intention setting right here. Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. I'm ready for the love of a lifetime. I'm ready for, you know, to kind of reach that point of completion where I have everything I ever wanted, that I'm healed enough to receive it. You got to be healed enough to receive it. Ten of Cups, you can't receive the ultimate of happiness if you're still nursing old wounds. Three of Swords. That's why that's in the challenge position. Okay? And that's why the Hangman is here twice, to say you may need to reevaluate and re-examine this whole situation and look at it from other perspectives or vantage points, right? There may be a paradigm shift needed about everything that went on. So I do feel like in the deep recesses of your mind, you are preparing. You are in that final healing phase. You are preparing to call in, you know, your cash reward and prizes, the love, the groundedness, the happiness, the endless abundance, the cup runneth over kind of energy of that Ace of Cups. Really nice. That is a nice thing. That makes me happy. Because it's overriding the Three of Swords. If you're in process of healing and you're consciously aware of it, which this is the unconscious part, but if you're consciously aware of it and you begin to reevaluate everything, Hanged Man, from a position of stasis where you're not taking action, I kind of feel like you're going to get over this Five of Pentacles stuff real easily. Like it's, you know, when the tumblers just click into place, click, 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 and then you're like, oh, the lock opens. That's what I see. Six of Pentacles in the past. Six of Cups. Eight of Cups. Two of Swords. Things were not fair or balanced in this connection in the past, and therefore you kind of had to leave it in the rearview mirror. They walked away, you walked away. I feel like the Six of Pentacles is reversed here. Like this is the past life soulmate. Six of Pentacles, generosity of time, energy, resources, spirit. But, you know, it feels like it was probably pretty one-sided. And, you know, decisions had to be made. That Two of Swords, it's like it reached its crossroads energy where you couldn't kind of figure out what was really going on. I just kind of think it was abandoned. They may have walked away from you, Five of Pentacles, but regardless, I think on some level there was some information that you needed, some clarity that was missing, since this is under the deck, some clarity that was missing on why things were so one-sided. And it could just be that, you know, at that time you weren't on the same page, that's for sure. They weren't ready at the same time, very possible. Hanged Man, maybe they weren't even free to be in a reciprocal relationship. That's also possible. Hanged Man. Magician. Ace of Swords. Three of Swords again. All right. So I do feel from this vantage point of the Hanged Man, I almost feel like you're intentionally pulling back, looking at the whole situation. But as you're setting intentions with this new moon, you're calling in, you're manifesting the truth of the situation, the truth about the Three of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is a gift from spirit of clarity, insight, wisdom, aha moments. It's epiphany kind of stuff. But I'm not seeing it as being gifted to you yet. I feel you're manifesting that from a safe vantage point. As you're examining the situation, as you're surrendering to things a little bit, you're kind of calling in, you're manifesting some measure of clarity, some truth about that Three of Swords. Because that's what's going to set you free. That's what's going to get you down off the darn post. in a way where you can trust the situation. Because I'm feeling like, I'm seeing a little bit of skittish energy here. Easily startled. That's why that hangman is out twice. It's like, you don't need to do anything right now. But I do feel like you, in your conscious awareness, you're like, I need the truth. The truth will help me finalize the healing so that I can then move forward and claim the love and the stability and the happiness and a relationship that goes the distance and that provides all the abundance I could ever want. Wow. Page of Wands in the near future. Yeah. Well, you're going to get your truth. Queen of Swords is underneath. You're going to get your truth. I feel like somebody is about to reach out. We've got the Page of Wands. That can be just a passionate message. It might come through light-hearted and flirtatious. Page of Wands doesn't take itself real seriously. But whoever this person is, they see you as stable. They see you as a potential life partner. They see you as nurturing and, someone that they can count on. And they do see you as a soulmate. They do see a soul connection here. But I feel like the way that the message is going to come through, it won't be super deep. It'll be light on purpose. Just sort of to crack the door open, get a temperature check on you. Queen of Swords. So I feel like the Queen of Swords is, look at her hand, extended, right? Like, it's welcoming, but that sword is bolt upright with very sharp edges on both sides. Make no mistake, I am no one to toy with. But I do feel you will be on a search for truth. You will be in the energy of the Queen of Swords, truth teller, truth seeker. And you may get your truth. So before I go on to tell you everyone that showed up here, I'm going to complete the reading in the extended. I want to do it that way for a reason, because this is a real powerful eclipse, and I want to give a more thorough reading that will explore the opportunities or the guidance for the opportunities with, the intentions you're going to be setting for the new moon. Hidden energies, something going on behind the scenes you may not be aware of but should know. Hopes and or fears around this connection, as well as potential outcomes. So it'll be a little bit of a bigger spread for each sign, Aries through Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So if you know your Aries, if you know your 4 placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and that of your counterpart, you got 8 potential opportunities for messages to come through. So that's what I'm doing in the extended, the links below. So if this is resonating for you and you think, oh, I know who it is who, broke my heart. I know who I'm healing from. I know who I want answers from. This is the reading that's going to then inform the extendeds for all the signs. So this is who showed up. We've got Temperance is Sagittarian energy. We have the Hanged Man out twice. That's Pisces. We've got the Magician is Virgo and Gemini. That's a card of Mercury. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So that's who showed up for the reading. Interesting, good blend of energies. But we'll see what comes through on the other side at the extended. I'll see you there. Otherwise, much love to you. New moon blessings. Set those big, beyond, out of the box intentions and make it count. Bye for now.